Okay guys, we're back here. Show what we got going on. You see that vapor coming out right there? Hopefully that'll condense the turpentine. See, that's still mixing up there. It's doing pretty good though. Now look, see them coming out right there? Put you down here where you can see that. Now that drop of water right there is not water. That should be turpentine coming out of our canister. So that's what we were hoping for here. And then we'll just see how flammable that is and what all we can do with it. See that dripping out right there? Okay. Now, with that turpentine, gives us the advantage of doing other things, like I said, varnish. If it's as flammable as it's supposed to be, then it's going to give us a good accelerant for some of our fuel fires, for some of you guys that like to use, fuel fires. So now it looks like my little rubber lid thing, my seal, going to have to notice that's caught on fire there. Now I'm sure it's not hurt my copper any, but that's definitely caught on fire. So that's another good reason why we do trial and error out here, guys. That was supposed to be a heat-proof rubber, obviously not a burn-proof. Remember the aluminum can, failure. But, so far, the stainless is holding up well. I'm not going to have a problem with that. Now I know my little apparatus here with the little copper tube can possibly produce me some fuel here. Now, you can take that turpentine right there. Now guys, you can take that turpentine, you can mix it back in with oils, cooking oils, animal oil, and you've got yourself some diesel. Now this is a small version, you can do larger versions of this. So I'm going to take a peek here, because I'm going to go ahead and put my little fire out. Okay. I'm going to get my bandana off there. Alright. Well, that's probably not hot there. I'm going to go ahead and try to catch what few drops is still coming out of there. Well, that was easy enough, guys. What do you think? Really? Trying to duplicate a small steel like this may be a little bit tough, but not impossible. Bamboo and such, and there's some items out there, maybe even some items in your pack. So let's just see what we got here. Now this is our little lid turpentine. Ooh, smells just like it too. Golly, it took my breath. I'm kind of curious if that'll burn in the Zippo. It's pretty thin. I'm actually kind of curious if it's going to burn at all. Okay. Well, turpentine's not that flammable. Unless it just takes it a minute or two to heat up. Maybe you guys can think of some other uses, for some of these, this gear I've got going on here. Now, like I said, that turpentine, that's probably easily enough to mix back in with that pine tar, and you know, for shellac on my axes and such. I know I've repeated myself just a little bit. So I've got myself some turpentine, and my soap's setting up pretty good. I'm about to give that a little try here. So, and what I can do, if you ain't got a neat little can here to let it set up in, you can put it out on the rock. You know, just keep scraping it up, and make you a bar out of it. So I'm gonna just see what we can do here. Whew. It's not a bad fragrance. Well, it don't smell womany, which is a plus. Because we don't want to smell like a woman out in the woods, do we, guys? Well, look there. So I've made myself some soap, just with a little bit of time. I know some of this stuff can be hard to replicate, but some of us carry it in our packs. And probably some cans, you know, just found out there it's going to work just fine. So now I can clean myself up and take me a little break. The pine tar I can use to, like I said, tacky up the axe handles on my stuff. I can actually use it for waterproofing. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now I'm going to do some more on some other things. But I think all in all, been pretty successful about replacing some stuff, and found a few uses of some stuff. We got to try out some gear. We found out some of it failed, some of it successful. So that's what it's all about. Let me know what you think, guys, and I'm going to try to get another one out just as soon as I can. Thanks.